to What's Up, it's Maria, and it's April, and you know what that means. It's my birthday month! Woo! Confetti everywhere! Imaginary confetti! Woo! I'm so excited because I love April. April is like my favorite month. I love celebrating my birthday. Even though we just eat cake and food at home, I'm still satisfied with it because I just love ice cream cake and Chinese food, and I just love my birthday. I mean, what is not to love about birthdays? I want to talk about like the most awkward day I have ever experienced. Like, yeah, okay, I asked my crush to prom. Yeah, that was awkward because he said no, but that doesn't live up to this day. So on this particular day, I was going to the social security office to like check up on something or something. I don't even know, but all I knew is that I was going by myself, going so early in the morning, and there was no adults that were gonna be there with me because I was technically the adult. So I got there around 8:30 and I was waiting in line, and it was super hot. I was sweating. I was like, I really want to go inside. We went inside. I get inside like around 8:50ish, and I'm like, oh, cool, yay. So being a person that is completely addicted to her phone, I had to sit by a wall plug because my phone, one, was already going to die. Two, I needed my phone charged so I could keep asking my mom questions about what I should tell these people. And three, I needed something to distract me and so I could look busy so people wouldn't talk to me because I just didn't feel like having conversations with people that day. So I'm sitting down, I'm looking on my phone, I plugged it in, and it's kind of getting overheated. So I put it down and I look up and I see a familiar face, and I'm like, oh no, like why me? Why do I have to keep running into people that I don't want to see? You know when you see someone familiar and you just stare at them for like a very awkward amount of time and you're just like, well, that's what I did, and it was just extremely awkward because I knew I recognized him, but I couldn't tell who it was. And then it clicked on me. That's one of the professors at my college, and I was like, please don't recognize me. I was like sitting there like, oh my lord, please don't let this professor recognize me. I've never taken his class, but I'm pretty sure he's seen me in campus before. Please don't let him recognize me. Please don't let him recognize me. And after that, that was it, and I was like, but there was more awkward throughout the day. To continue this awkwardness, a man about 25 to 35 years old sits next to me, connects his phone, and proceeds to talk on his phone. And I don't really mind it because, you know, it's a public place and he could talk on his phone. He was talking a little too loud, a little bit too loud. Like I could hear everything the person on the phone was saying, I could hear everything he was saying, but I kind of like drowned it out because I was like playing on my phone and like Twitter and Instagram and messaging people, so I was fine with it. After leaves for 30 minutes, like after 30 minutes of him like talking, whatever, he leaves and I'm still on my phone. I'm tweeting, texting, Instagram, and mid-text when I'm like texting my mom, I see him from my peripheral vision and I see him come back inside. So he sits there and he's just like looking around, and like he leans towards me. He's like, hey, what's your name? And I'm like, Maria. And he was like, oh, that's a pretty cool name. And I was like, yeah, thanks. And I just left it at that and I continued texting my mom. What happened next is just like the most awkward thing that I had to say, and like his face was just, I felt really bad. So he was like, hey, I know this is weird, but do you think I can have your phone number? And I'm just sitting there like I'm blushing, like what? This 25 to 35-year-old man wants my number. I'm literally wearing Justin Bieber merch. Like, dude, no. So I'm just sitting there like, is this man literally trying to like hit on me, or like what? Like, I'm just so confused. So I was like, I'm sorry, I don't give my phone number to strangers, I'm sorry. And I just kept saying I'm sorry. He was like, no, that's okay, and he leaves. And I'm just like, that is literally the most awkward thing ever. So that's when I start tweeting about it, and people, nobody cares at this point that I'm tweeting about it, but I'm tweeting about it in caps because I'm like, this is the second awkwardest thing I have ever encountered today. Like, that's a record. I only encounter one awkward thing in my everyday, but this is two things, and then it gets more awkward. So after all that happened, the guy leaves and I'm just sitting there like, oh, God saved me from something else. And I was just so happy. Continued texting, tweeting, Instagram. And guess who walks into the door? A kid I went to high school with. And I'm just sitting there like, great, great. I don't want to talk to him because if he recognizes me, he's going to ask me how I'm doing, what college I'm going to, what I'm majoring in, do I have a boyfriend, and I'm just like not in the mood to be answering these questions. So I'm doing everything I can to avoid him. And it's very convenient. At this time, every single seat in the lobby, mind you, it's like 50, 60, I think 70 seats are all taken except one, and that one is the one right in front of me, and I'm just sitting there like, Jesus, please, I'm begging you, like, take somebody out so he can sit over there. Please don't let him sit in front of me. He sits in front of me, but his back is towards me, so I'm just sitting there like, please don't turn around. Please don't turn around, because it's just awkward. I don't like talking to people from high school. No offense, guys, if you're watching this. It's just very awkward, especially when we haven't talked for a long time and we just like see each other's Facebook posts and Instagram posts. It's very awkward, okay? So I'm just sitting there like covering my face with my hair, with my bag and my phone, and by the time he sat down, I was already considering getting up and going to the restroom because I really needed to go. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the restroom. So I go to the restroom and I come back and I'm literally, okay, I'm literally holding my bag like this, like in my face, because I don't want to see him. That's how bad I don't want to talk to this guy. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, Lord, please call me, please call me. Mind you, I've been there since almost 8 o'clock in the morning and my name has not been called. So as I'm going back to my seat, which is still empty now, I'm like literally doing this number, like I act like this is my purse, but I was just like hiding. I was like, oh my God, please don't see me, please don't see me, God, please don't let him see me. He didn't see me, but he was still in front of me, which was still like the most awkward thing ever because he could have turned around and started talking to me, and I didn't want to talk to him. To be honest, it was still too early in the morning to have a full-blown conversation with somebody. So then after a few minutes, they call his name and I was like, thank God he didn't see me. And then they call my name and then I'm like in and out of the office, and it was just one of those days where I was like, wow, 3 awkward things in one day. That is a freaking record. I was just so amazed that I lived through it because honestly, I get embarrassed a lot, but you know, what can you do? Just live it on. Leave it down in the comments below. How do you avoid people? If you like this video, give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure to share it with your family and friends so they know I'm a very awkward person. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember to have a fabulous week. And don't forget that positive thoughts and positive words lead to positive actions. I will see you guys later. Peace!